the content engine, engineering next-level game aggregation strategies.
So hi everyone. Today we're going to talk about game content and strategies behind it, and I'm very happy that we were joined by a couple of exclusive celebrities. Can you hear me? Sorry, can you help us? All good, all good. Sorry guys. Okay, I'll try to talk more to you and not talk to the audience. So guys, let me introduce our guests. It's Kate from BGaming, it's Leonid from FlexPlay, and Alena from MegaFair. So basically we have providers of game content and another game aggregator such as ourselves. So let's start with an easy question, shall we? Quantity or quality, that is the question. Basically, at what point does the pursuit of more content compromise its uniqueness and originality? What's your take on this, Kate?
That's really a good question. And I just want to stress that the first part of the question is mostly related to game providers, to be honest, yes. To supply as much content as possible, it's about game providers. And the second part, to have originality, uniqueness, is the request of operators. So it should be balanced, of course, but we need to understand that there is no need in creating as much content as possible at all. So we are flooded with content, and we need to understand which content works for each segment of players, and how to utilize them, how to categorize them, and to make them actually tools to solve actual problems of operators and bring great entertainment for the players.
It's true. I think we should ask another game provider. Sorry, Alona. What's your take on this? Do you feel that you are pushed to produce more content and you are not in the position to make it really quality? What's the struggle for you?
Hi everyone. Well, yes, definitely this is a good topic to discuss. Every game provider tries to find his own balance between producing some well-known titles and launching content frequent enough for getting into top categories, new categories, and trying to satisfy the demand of the players for different game categories, new game mechanics, launching some new ideas, making it original. It's hard to say. I would say at the moment now we see that market is definitely overloaded. Every time we come to new partners, they say we have already 15,000 slots. What can you bring? What new can you bring to the table? Good question to discuss. However, still we see that new providers arise. They are of demand. New games become popular. Some creative ideas fly high. So we all try to aim and get there and see if one good game can really perform.
But how often, in your perspective? Like once a month, once a year?
Launching the games.
Yeah, releasing new games.
Well, this good question in terms of your team. How often you can launch a good game, right?
Yeah.
There is a strategy on the market. Let's say that some providers decide to launch a lot of reskins of existing games in order to get to a new category and get free positioning, which used to work for some time on the market. I don't think for now it's really a good idea, and definitely the good quality content would be of more demand.
Okay, makes sense. So, Leonid, for you, I have a slight, I would say, a slightly different question because you're not releasing games yourselves, of course. But do you feel that there is more demand from operators and players to more niche products, to some exclusive mechanics, to something, unusual? Do you feel this need?
Hello. I mean, given the state that the industry is right now, trying something new, trying something maybe experimental, something that haven't been tried before, can definitely yield results because if everybody has the same games, well, it's not a very interesting world to live in. But then again, on the other hand, there is stuff that you need to have, the games that will drive your revenue for sure. So it's definitely a ratio. It should be based in data and analytics, but yeah, you should try new things because maybe you'll stumble into some sort of hidden gem, and that will help you blow up.
I see, I see. Yeah, I have something to add. We see a lot of examples of it. If we, everybody knows Stake Casino, yes, and firstly they created the original content. That's exactly what you're asking about. Then they did a huge leap forward and introduced their own engine to attract new studios to make super exclusive content and wide variety of this, and with a huge pace of delivery. So let's say they've combined the request of the amount and of the, let's say, exclusivity based on this. So that's how it works, and I think that's something about the trends of the next year.
It's true, it's true. Thank you for your input. But what is exclusivity for you? Because there are different perspectives on it. For example, launching with a specific brand just for them, or launching at a specific market. What is your strategy behind it? Like, what is exclusivity for you? What you see valuable for operators?
Okay, I will continue.
Oh, no, that's
Sorry, I will be fast. So, if we speak about exclusivity for us, we cannot consider the clients, yes, the operators. And what examples do we see of exclusivity? So, a lot of operators and bettings, they invest a lot into the ambassadors and influencers. Yes, and they want even scale it, creating unique games with their brands, with the ambassadors, and we see this pretty often. So this is one example of exclusivity that is pretty logical. Yes, they just want to scale their ambassadorship and scale their influence and attract more players through the games, not just by their faces and names and campaigns. And another example is unique mechanics, but mostly we see it in, let's say, entertainment segment, mostly streamers oriented. So they want not only to create something original for them, exclusive for them, but with the possibility of great promotion of this. Yes, so because their casino becomes exclusive and attractive when there is something out there very popular and it's available only in our casino. So this, let's say, are two examples of what we see regarding exclusivity, and we try to fulfill this request and bring something great to the players connected with these exclusive titles.
I see. Thank you.
If I may add, for us, exclusive and probably niche content is something that we're trying now, is launching skill games within B2B market. This is definitely something that market has not seen before, and this is how I see people become more and more interested in getting niche content. It is not as popular as slots for now, but nobody knows what happens tomorrow. So trying something new is definitely a risk. I hope it's worth it.
It makes sense, yes, because if we all take this safe pace the safe path where we don't experiment and don't do anything new, there will be nothing new at all. So basically, someone has to do that. But I would say it's just important to stick within the budget, as always. So yeah, if you have something to add to say, please raise your hand and we'll acknowledge. But Leonid, I have a new question for you. You haven't talked for a while. So what about working with data? What role does data play in your strategy of curating, prioritizing, promoting content? Maybe it is time for you to complain that you don't have enough data. It's also an option.
No, actually, we have a lot of data, and data is obviously the key. If you try to manage content, intuitively, so to say, you will be hit with the glass ceiling really hard, really fast, or even say some sort of regression. But yeah, well, you need to know how your games are performing, right? And you obviously start with something very, very simple and basically a GGR, because you cannot ignore it. It's the basis. And surprisingly, in a lot of cases, you can probably safely end there also. It will be representative enough. You don't need to dig deeper. But in other cases, there will always be, the fine print. So what was the costs? So basically, what's your NGR, right? Now, how long it took? What's the retention? What's the, the churn rate? Maybe this game can be implemented in your bonus program safely. Maybe it can be scaled like horizontally, vertically, etc. And yeah, I believe we, for example, have a plan for 2026 to implement analytical model that will analyze game performance based on a lot of parameters, from the most basic ones, I don't know, seasonal, financial, geographical, to the more fine ones. Yeah, so you cannot really expect any sort of planned growth, not the one that you stumble into, but you actually planned for without seeing what you're going through. Fortunately, we have a lot of data generated by our operators that needs to be very carefully looked through, but it can provide insights, on a yearly basis.
It's true. It's true. Do you have anything to add here, Kate?
Yeah, of course. Speaking of data, everybody is talking about it. Yes, and this is we see it as a currency even here at the exhibition. Yes, so people just have light in their eyes when they hear about some data that will help them to get through and to achieve something new, something great. And we try to collaborate with everyone. So speaking of affiliates, yes, they would like to know which games work best in different regions, to try out something new, to let's say increase the odds of their promotions. Same with operators all the time. So our wonderful account management team works individually with operators to understand their audience, to segment it, and to help them promote best fit games for them based on the overall worldwide data. Yes, so sometimes they're missing on some game that is really popular in that region, but they just were not able to, let's say, to fully understand the portfolio and misplaced this game, and they're lacking something. So they're lacking business opportunities, let's say. And also, we have a lot of requests from streamer-oriented casinos who heavily rely on streamers' traffic to understand which of our games are the most streamed, not only in general, but in particular regions. Sometimes they're very surprised that we are top 5 game provider in Latin America in case of the amount of streaming and the reach. So exchanging data helps everyone. Yes, that's how we try to also get as much data as possible from operators to improve our content, to broaden our network. So this is something that maybe even needs to be somehow centralized, maybe by aggregators.
It's true. But I also have a question to clarify. So since you have tracked all your good performing games, like really well performing games, what do you do to low performers? Like when you find out that some games are not performing at all, are there any tactics around it?
Okay, I think it's not a big secret, but no provider at all knows exactly which game will perform. Let's stick to it, because what we can do, we can work with our confidence meter regarding every release, and we can increase the odds. But still, we are throwing the game at the wall and see if it sticks or not. Yes, and then we understand why it sticks. Sometimes we create reskins. Yes, if we see the opportunity, we see the performance, but maybe the game theme wasn't enough, or maybe we need to switch to another region, and then that's why we create reskins, for example. But we every time we try to increase the odds, but we don't know if it will be successful. Yes, we just hope and we do as much as possible to make it so. Speaking of low performance games, also I think it's not a big secret that a lot of innovations are not so successful. Yes, because it's gambling with innovations. Yes, and if you create something new that no one's seen before, that operators do not understand if it's valuable for promotion, if they should place it somewhere in the visible position, because they have no previous track of success of such mechanics, of such topics, so are very suspicious about this content. And the players are very suspicious as well. So making innovations sometimes turns into these low performance games, but we have seen examples when firstly low performance game became something successful, but it needed a time, a year at least, yes, to find out, understand, and to actually start this, kick off this engine. Yeah.
Yeah, it sometimes needs even more resources, to keep it up, and sometimes it makes sense to just get rid of this game. Alona, do you have anything to add?
Well, regarding data for for a one-off game provider, this is really a pain. All we basically know is some simple things like bet count, bet amount, user count, RTP. I would say it's a good strategy or a popular strategy for game providers now to open their own operators or aggregators to at least be able to see something and not just try to guess what's popular, but check the numbers. I don't know if it's good or not, but this is what I see on the market. So for us, data is something that we try to get from our partners, trying not to break the commercial NDA rules and ask for our performance, let's say, comparing to other game providers that launch the games in the same time or something else. So this is really a question that once you get the key to the information, you start not build predictions, but actually analyze this data and utilize it. This is, I would say, something that market is turning to this year, and probably this will be an upcoming trend for next years. We try to gather this data with AI, and now AI can process this information and build some forecasts. Let's see.
No, it's true. I feel your pain, because I remember the days when with all the studios, like in order to launch the game, you had to provide certain information about the player, like sex, age, geolocation, let's say like country, all of that. So basically, you were giving away a lot of information. You were getting that as a game provider, of course, as an aggregator. But yeah, these days GDPR made it all a bit tricky. But I feel like we are dealing with faceless identifiers, and it makes a lot of trouble. So in order to know who is actually playing your game, you have to talk to the operator and actually understand who is the player, who is the audience, because you won't be able to see this from data. And I miss the older days, to say the truth. So moving on to our final question, I think today would be, what makes you stand out? Like, how do you feel that in this world of similar content, similar offers, what makes you stand out? What do you bet on?
Starting with me, yeah?
Of course,
Okay.
of course.
To be honest, we try to stand out in everything we do. Yes, it sounds poetic, but it is true. We are focused a lot on partnerships and collaborations. Yes, so we see it as a driver. 3 years ago, we started to heavily collaborate with streamers and influencers because everyone switched, let's say, to that trend from being just B2B companies to be B2B2C companies, yes, because it's how everybody stand out. So a lot of companies, all the companies who are still stick to old business as usual, I think that they are struggling. Not struggling. They're doing fine. Everyone is doing fine in our industry, yes. But I think that they're liking the opportunities to scale. So what we are trying to invest in into collaborations. This year we started collaborations with affiliates, yes, and we see a really big boost to our segment of classic games. Yesterday we have won the best game 2025 IGA Masters. Yes, it's thanks to affiliates. If you are here, it's because of you. And so I think the collaboration is our strongest part. It helps us not only to promote effectively, to understand more how the market works, what the needs are, and to increase the odds of the successful releases, let's say.
Good answer, good answer.
I would say that stand out with the product itself is not enough anymore, unfortunately. You have to bring up service, marketing, ecosystem around your product. There are plenty of good games that are never seen. They just drawn in the 50th page of an operator. And a good game, it's not a key to success, unfortunately, for now. Everything that surrounds it would make the difference.
It's true.
Okay, so you obviously want to try to play to your strengths. Maybe you're more comfortable in some specific markets or some specific game categories, etc. Right? But at this point, I don't think you can be just a casino aggregator, casino platform to have some sort of long term ahead of you. What you probably need to do is go beyond. And the thing is, complexity of the infrastructure around iGaming is growing yearly. So you probably want to try to provide a unified solution for managing your business, and that means you need to have your marketing tools, your analytical tools, your content management, your promo engines, etc. And as was said previously, the service, right? So you cannot hope to be competitive if that will do just fine. The operators do not really want to think of you or perceive you as a just game provider. They kind of really hope to get a expertise and partnership. So that's really what you need to be competitive.
It's true. I'm very happy that no one is speaking about the price because you hear us all speaking about something beyond just the offer, just the price in the offer, because this strategy only works for one and not for the rest of the market. So thank you very much for your input. It was very pleasant to talk to you guys. Let's move on to a picture, I guess.
Okay, thank you.